The new administration in the United States took a major step in revealing its Middle East policy this week. On Friday, U.S. warplanes struck Iran-backed militias in Syria, despite Washington and Tehran saying that they want to return to an international nuclear deal. Biden said it was meant as a warning message. He also sent a message to Saudi Arabia following the release of a damning report on the 2018 murder of Jamal Khashoggi. Diplomacy is back. U.S. President Joe Biden declared at the Munich Security Conference last week. However, so is bombing Syria. The U.S. said it carried out airstrikes during the week on the Syrian-Iraq border control point used by Iran-backed groups, destroying multiple facilities in the process. It added the attack was in retaliation for a spate of rocket attacks targeting its troops in Iraq. Biden said the attack was a message aimed at Tehran.
You can't act with impunity. Be careful.
The Pentagon said the president would act to protect American lives when threats are posed.
We believe that this was a deliberate and proportionate attack, a strike on infrastructure that we know was being utilized by the groups responsible for these recent attacks.
A war monitor said that at least 22 fighters were killed in the operation that struck 3 trucks loaded with munitions coming from Iraq near the Syrian frontline town of Abu Kamal. Syria condemned the strikes as covertly American aggression. Its foreign ministry said it didn't bode well for the policies of the new U.S. administration, which should adhere to international norms. Meanwhile, Iraq denied the U.S. has coordinated with its defense military to conduct the strike, saying it only works with the U.S.-led coalition in the fight against ISIL. On Saturday, Iran slammed the U.S. airstrikes and denied responsibility for rocket attacks on U.S. targets in Iraq. Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif said that some recent attacks and incidents in Iraq are suspect and could be designed to disrupt Iran-Iraq relations and Iraq's security and stability. It was the first U.S. military action targeting such groups since Biden took office 5 weeks ago and came just as Washington has opened the door to resuming negotiations with Tehran over its nuclear program. Washington and Tehran are seeking maximum leverage in attempts to save Iran's nuclear deal, but neither of them are willing to take the first step. Meanwhile, the Biden administration might have taken some other policy reset in the Middle East region. A U.S. intelligence report this week found that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman approved the murder of exiled Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018, unveiling a raft of punitive measures but stopping short of directly targeting the influential heir apparent.
Well, Andrea, I think the report speaks for itself, and I think you've seen today a number of very important steps to recalibrate the relationship. First of all, the release of the report itself and the transparency that provides.
A Khashoggi Act will ban entry into the United States of foreigners who threaten descendants or harass reporters and their families. Washington immediately placed 76 Saudis on the blacklist. Riyadh rejected the report's findings and repeated its previous statements that Khashoggi's killing was carried out by a rogue group. American media have come down hard on U.S. President, saying he should have been tougher on the Crown Prince. Biden said his administration would make another announcement on Saudi Arabia on Monday.